This is women on the obstacle courses. We'll make this a little bigger for our watch. This is great. Yeah, they think this is funny. Ha 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 ha. No, this is our real training. This isn't funny. This is not funny.
Well, I mean, that's the lack of upper body strength.
Yeah, that's exactly what
you have to hold on to a rope or die. I'd rather, it be dudes holding onto that rope, because I'm not going to write those letters or do the casualty notification to your parents and say, well, she died because, she just couldn't hold on to the fucking rope because she was too weak. I mean, that's fucked up.
It's absolutely insane. I'm trying to find this specific one that you're talking about here. Unfortunately, it's okay. For this one segment, we have over 45 links. There's that many examples.
Okay.
Of this shit. Over 45 examples of this. I'm going to try to find it, but I'm not going to.
See if you can find the firefighter one where she can't hold on to the hose. You got that one? That was fucking brutal.
I have female officer brutally attacked by a suspect on PCP. 2 female cops getting tooled up. I became an LAFD firefighter. Let's here. Let me mute the ad for that real quick, and we will give that a shot.
Every day it's something new, and you never know what to expect. Camaraderie, helping people.
I became a firefighter for the challenge.
The diversity of what you can do on this job is absolutely amazing.
You get to use all kinds of different skills.
The teamwork aspect of it, exciting.
You're always learning something new every day on the job.
Being able to make a positive impact with every interaction I have, rewarding.
This is a cool job.
All of
None of them. Yep.
Yeah.
None of them can accomplish the tasks. Not one of them. Sorry, it's just the way that it is. I know that's rough, but let's see if we can find this fire hose one.
Oh my God. Those are savage.
This is a short, and this is 2 female cops who think they can just take a guy on and
one dude
tell the tale. This is getting a little rough.
Let's see what we got here. We got 2 female cops taking a guy into custody. Let's see how this one goes. All right. Yeah. Where's your footwork? Upper body mass, musculature, strength would have helped. Rear naked choke would have helped. But, politicians apparently know better than those of us who fight. This goes exactly the way you think it would go. Because I'm sorry, women should not be police officers. It's end of story. I understand there's a lot of roles that they could play greatly, but when it comes down to physical combatives against a guy, I don't care if I know a woman who can do it. A 99% can. Let's see what we got here. We got 2 female.
Right. He's not wrong.
It's just fucking ridiculous. Look, when I was in high school and well into my 20s, I could do the Houdini trick where you could punch me in the gut. You probably would have damaged me. But the average person could punch me in the gut, and I could do the Houdini where I could just take it. If a couple of female cops were to try to restrain me at that age, I would have just smoked you. You couldn't cause me any physical damage. I had a high armor class, and you were doing 1 to 2 hit points most if you got through the armor class,
Yeah.
And you're looking up that video, aren't you?
I'm trying to find it. Yeah.
See if you can find it. I will find something else to entertain us real quick.
Well, there's a whole I sent you a bunch of cop ones that you got to be over 18.
I know there's a ton of them. We got that one there. Let's go with this one. Female officer brutally attacked by guy on PCP. Bring that up here and
Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground!
this is not cool at all.
You can't
Officer
tase
Veronica
somebody on
Murillo didn't know
PCP.
it at the time, but 28-year-old Carter Huff was high on PCP when he crashed his car and walked away.
Ride him! Get down on the ground, dude! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground!
As the officers struggled to get Huff cuffed, he got a hold of Murillo's hair. She cries out in pain, and then Huff falls backwards and pulls Murillo down with him, smashing her head into the pavement. Moments later, a tactical officer responding to the radio call for help rushes up, grabs Huff's leg, and tries to pull him off, but Huff refuses to let go of Murillo.
Rose is out of system. He's asking for more units. Rose is out.
Officers deploy tasers multiple times, but Huff is unfazed and keeps his vice grip on Murillo's hair.
He's ripping me. Time one! He's got Pedro's head! He's not letting go! We're taser! It's not working!
A day after the incident, the superintendent said Murillo would have been justified in shooting Huff in this situation, but she told him she did not use her gun because she did not want the scrutiny of a Laquan McDonald situation. After Huff was finally subdued, the tactical officer's body camera caught this telling exchange with firefighters that shows how attitudes about deadly force have been impacted by cameras.
Were you with her? Yeah, I got tased a bunch of times. You did? How the hell that? I was the first one here, Russell, with him. He got hit, me and him.
This, first of all, there's case after case after case of this. There was an incident in Detroit back in the late 80s where like 3 cops all emptied their service weapons into a guy who was dusted up on PCP. They called it angel dust back then. And
didn't even phase
him. They're fried. Their wiring is fried when they're high on PCP. So a taser doesn't even make them blink.
Nope.
They're not there. So you get this 230-pound black guy high on PCP who's completely cranked out of his tree, and you're going to throw a 130-pound female at him like that's going to do anything. I mean, he's taking down 3 officers at a time.
And listen, like there's a big difference between a 130-pound man and a 130-pound woman.
Yeah.
All right, I sent you 2 links to your email. One of them is a rucksack link, and the other one is, I think, a pugil stick fight between a man and a woman. I think that's USMC. You're going to see the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Because up to this point, we're just reading to you guys and showing you stats, and it's kind of boring. But now you're going to see what the real world looks like when you put women in combat.
In America.
Can we hang on? I got to get through the advertisement here. Please bear with. This is United States Marine pugil training, man versus woman, and I had a lot of weapons martial arts training by the time I got to basic training. The drill sergeants made me sit down because I tooled up the guy that I was up against real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just
watch it. Just watch.
Charge him! 3 hits, strategic.
Round 1.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
She had no chance. Boom!
No chance at all.
Excellent hit of my life. Next thing I knew, I was on the beach, taking in some cosmic rays, getting healed by Mother Nature.
So she's going again?
If she breathes, she's a thought!
Right in the throat.
And look, at least she did it.
Yeah, I give her credit for going in there.
She did it 3 times.
Bang! I make it look easy.
Now she's trying to,
eat my dust. Hey, look at me, Ma.
Yeah, that is, it's just ridiculous.
That's the reality on the ground.
Yeah.
I know you guys are like, well, wait a minute now. I mean, we don't fight with bayonets anymore. You're right. But infantry still has to move 12 miles, 3 hours and less, full combat gear, and still be able to fight when they get to the other end. This next one.
The reality of shit like this is you don't have to fight hand to hand with a club stick or your rifle as a bludgeon until you do.
Yes.
Okay, period.
Hang on.
No, I'm getting through the ad.
Got those pesky ads.
Yeah, the stupid ads. Okay.
Here we go.
This is a female.
And she's like in the last half mile or so of a 12-mile road march, full gear.
Yep.
I mean, look at that. They can't help her. They can't touch her. All right. Now, part of this is...
Watch your time, though. Watch your time, though. This is for the medic stakes.
EFMP.
Every medic has to do this. Yeah. I've been the dummy in these. I've been carried through barbed wire and mud with a gas mask being gassed while the medics tried to get me over the obstacle. We got voluntold. I was a fucking like E2 or something like that. That was a good time. Let me tell you about how good of a time that was.
Don't touch her. She's got to make it across. So 2 hours.
Captain Cudd serves with Army Public Health Command in Fort Knox, Kentucky. She was only one of the 46 candidates who achieved the badge that day, and the Public Health Command says up to 80% of people fail. We think Captain Sarah Cudd really defines what determination means. And watching this video.
All right.
Now, I'm going to give her props for this.
That's a good time.
2:46:50 on a 12-miler is a respectable time.
Oh, yeah. All day. I can't take that away from her.
That is a respectable time. Now, here's the thing. When we finished 12-milers, we had to do a bunch of freaking common tasks.
Dig a fighting position.
Yep. Send radio message and so on and so forth. The point being, when you got to the end of the 12-miler when you got to the end of the 12-miler road march, take it away, guy who's done more road marches than me. What happens when you're done with the road march?
Well, like for instance, you might get called, your unit might be called up to move to a gap in the line, and it's 12 miles away, and they're like, the planners are like, you need to be there in 3 hours or less because this is going to go poorly. And you make that 12 miles, and then you have to fight. You have to do everything. Yeah. You might have to, get to the end of that, dig a fighting position, and be ready to fight. You might not get any goddamn sleep. The next morning, you get up and you're going to have to do it all over again. Or you might have to walk further than 12 miles. I mean, 25 miles in a day, if you are, with a group of soldiers or what have you who have basically opened up a gap in the line and there's no resistance, they're going to maximize. They're going to go, how far can we push these guys to take advantage of this situation? And that might be 24, 25, 30 goddamn miles. Now, we just saw that female do the 12 miles in 2 hours and 44 minutes. Do you think she was combat? She could fight after that? She could barely stand up.
She was done.
Yeah, she was done.
That was a standard 12-miler, which is an Army standard, even in basic training. And the state that she was in was the state that I was in the first time I did the Manchu in Korea, which is 19 miles at night through the mountains. And in Korea, the mountains are fault block granite. So it's not like gently rolling hills. It's like everything is like this.
Yep.
And it just crushes your fucking soul. But that was her on a flat road.
Yeah. I mean, do you think she would be able to do that exact same 12 miles the next day? I don't think so. It'd probably take her 2 weeks to recover.
Yeah.
Or let me not be rude. At least 3 to 5 days to recover.
Yeah, it's going to take her a couple of days to recover from that. Look, it's tough. That shit is tough. It's meant to be tough. It's war. Okay, the Roman legions, there are records of them. Julius Caesar writes when he was pursuing the Suebi tribe across the Rhone River in 56 BC, I think it was. They ran for something like, and it was Roman miles, which is a little shorter than ours. They ran for something like 50 Roman miles, which is still like 38 miles or something crazy like that.
That's a marathon and a half.
Yeah. Yep.
In full kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chasing down this tribe that they had to beat back in order to hold the land that they had taken.
And look, and this is not a sport, okay? And
yeah,
I get it. This is the ultimate game here for the ultimate prize, life and death.
That's
there's
correct.
reason we set the standard for our combat troops so high is we don't want to see them die. I would love it if I could get 100% of my guys to come back if I ever got stuck leading troops again in a real fucked up situation. But in the back of your mind, you're like, the odds, if we hit real shit, the odds of everyone coming back unscuffed is very slim. And it gets even slimmer when you have a whole bunch of weak links in the chain. Because instinctively, men are not going to leave women behind. You're going to have men like, oh, well, we got to carry a rucksack. Now, listen, there are times if somebody like rolls an ankle or gets hurt, that we, cross level all of their equipment to make the mission happen. I've done it probably at least a dozen times in 33 years, but it shouldn't be a regular occurrence. I shouldn't go to the field or go out on mission going, hey, we got 12 people, but there's 2 females. So you 10 guys are going to have to carry not only all your shit, but you're going to have to cross level these other 2 soldiers' shit so they don't fall behind.
Yeah.
How do you explain that if you start getting people killed because of that? You're getting people killed for PR, for feelings, the warm and fuzzies. Like, go fuck yourself.
You're going to leave the button-pushing monkey to die on the battlefield. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now let's put this out there. Okay. Let us know in the comments. Hypothetically, we go to war, World War III, maybe 2 or 3 nukes go off. It's not the end of the world. We have massive amounts of armies moving about. This is real time. This is the real thing. And we're forced, because we don't want to discriminate, to have women in frontline combat. And you have a brother who got drafted and is out there fighting. And all of a sudden you get that dreaded telegram or knock on the door that your brother's not coming back. And about a month and a half later, you get a letter from like one of his buddies explaining how he got killed because he was carrying a female soldier who shouldn't have fucking been there. That is going to hollow your fucking soul out right there. Because it didn't need to fucking happen.
Yep.
And we're warning you right now that is quite possibly what we're going to have to deal with in the future. Because we have a bunch of idiots who got out of college, got into the government. They don't know how the fucking real world works. Almost none of them are veterans. And they're pushing this touchy-feely bullshit on us that's going to get people zeroed the fuck out.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.